On my quest to find more underrated anime that don't get much attention, I came across NegaPosi Angler, something that I heard good things about and was interested in, so it briefly sat on my watch list until the time finally came to watch it. So my question going in is, why is an anime about fishing entertaining, and just what exactly does it do well? Tsunehiro being down on his luck is an understatement. He failed to enter his dream university, he lost all of his money gambling and trading on the stock market, now being in severe debt. Even his home was demolished for rezoning purposes. But worst of all, Hiro is told that he has 2 years left to live, which causes him to fall into a deep depression. He feels powerless, hopeless, and worthless. Hiro lacks the energy to fight his way out of this pit of despair, giving up on life, being a husk of himself. While trying to escape from debt collectors, he nearly drowns, accepting his fate. Luckily, he is saved by some fishermen who end up helping change the trajectory of his life throughout the course of the anime NegaPosi Angler. Through these friendly fishing enthusiasts, Hiro is taught the joys of fishing as he slowly starts to open up to his new friends. Each of these characters, who also work at the same convenience store, are enjoyable in their own ways and are fleshed out throughout the story, with them each having a dedicated episode, with them being the focus of it. They spend time fishing with Tsunehiro, become friends with him, and each person teaches him something different. Initially, fishing was something Tsunehiro was indifferent towards, never trying it before, nor seeing the appeal of it, but it ended up saving his life twice. Once literally since he was saved by Takaki while he was fishing. The other way it saved his life was through the friendships he created. Hiro feels like he belongs around these like-minded people who enjoy angling and also enjoy each other's company. He finally starts enjoying the little things in life, and little by little this same diverse group of friends help to turn his negative outlook on life into a positive one. The other notable character besides Takaki in this series is Hana, who's also my favorite character. She helps to push Hiro outside of his comfort zone and forces him to engage in various angling excursions, eventually helping him to see the joys of fishing. This show has a surprising amount of depth, and I enjoyed it far more than I was initially anticipating. NegaPosi Angler does a really good job with several different things. First is that it is an educational, peaceful, and chill slice of life show with an adult cast that anybody can enjoy, even if fishing isn't interesting to you. I've never fished a day in my life, but this show made it seem like it'd be really fun to try, thanks in large part to the show's phenomenal cinematography. Between how peaceful the hobby seems and the thrill of catching something yourself, I wouldn't be opposed to trying it out in the future. You know something is good when it can turn something you had zero interest and knowledge in and make it seem enjoyable. The music selection is superb throughout, helping with the laid-back, enjoyable atmosphere as well. This anime also does a phenomenal job showcasing the love of a specific hobby or interest. The little details such as the person's face lighting up, the quick change of emotions, and being ecstatic about fishing is showcased anytime somebody brings it up within the show. It's fun to observe people passionately talk about their hobbies, even if you don't partake in them yourself, and that is something that can be overlooked within this anime. This proves just how much these various characters live, breathe, dream, and love fishing, and is also proof that those who worked on the show have a great eye for detail themselves. The character interactions and conversations with one another felt realistic within this series. Genuine and realistic emotions are shown with that real-life natural feel, which is indicative that this is a good slice-of-life series. An underrated aspect of many slice-of-life shows is the humor some possess, like NegaPosi Angler. Comedy bits about everyday mundane things are included that can provide some decent chuckles or downright hearty laughs throughout it. Probably the best aspect of NegaPosi Angler is the portrayal of Tsunehiro's depression, making it relatable to the viewer. Once you are in a pit of despair like his, one where it seems like nothing goes right for you, it is difficult to climb your way out of it. This anime does a really good job of showing that you need a good community around you, intervening on your behalf to help heal you. It's okay to ask for help instead of continuing to dig deeper and deeper into the pit. But most importantly, there does need to be some conscious effort to climb out yourself. The harder you try to do so, the easier it becomes to reach the top. I know this sounds weird, but Hiro was blessed to have almost drowned, since it ended up saving his life in the long run. He was lucky to find friends who wanted to help him reclaim his life. The lone downside to NegaPosi Angler is that there are points throughout it where it can definitely be a bit boring. The atmosphere developed by these scenes is what makes this series enjoyable and peaceful, but it's a double-edged sword since these very scenes can feel like they drag on for far too long. This was to be expected, however. I understand that the show is peaceful and fishing requires tons of patience, so they nailed those aspects, but at times it definitely felt like it was a bit overkill just how far it went with the peacefulness. In my opinion, it was fine overall, but I do want to note that for some people, this could become an issue. The plot also stagnates just a bit in the middle with some of the various side character stories, but again, it helps to build up the enjoyable atmosphere, the tight-knit friendship of the group, and the great climax of the end, so I can overlook it to an extent. This next remark isn't a negative, by the way, but there are obviously parts of the show that I just can't appreciate as much as other scenes since I don't know anything in the slightest about fishing. That's on me for not having the prerequisite knowledge or experience, but I'm assuming that those who enjoy fishing will appreciate this anime even more. NegaPosi Angler is a good slice of life show that is equally peaceful, enjoyable, and is even a bit motivational. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.